Rosalynn Carter, wife of the 39th President Jimmy Carter, has died at the couple's Georgia home aged 96. Carter, who became one of the nation's leading mental health advocates during and after her husband's time in the White House, was diagnosed with dementia in May. On Friday, her family announced she had entered hospice care at home, joining her 99-year-old husband in end-of-life treatment in the Plains one-story residence they shared since before Jimmy Carter was elected a Georgia state senator in 1962. The former president has been in hospice care there since February after declining further medical intervention for his own health issues. "Rosalynn was my equal partner in everything I ever accomplished," Jimmy Carter said in a statement released Sunday afternoon by the Carter Center. "She gave me wise guidance and encouragement when I needed it. As long as Rosalynn was in the world, I always knew somebody loved and supported me." The statement said Mrs. Carter died peacefully, with family by her side, at 2:10 p.m. Eastern Time. An online tribute book is open at atChip. Carter, the couple's middle son, said, "Besides being a loving mother and extraordinary First Lady, my mother was a great humanitarian in her own right. Her life of service and compassion was an example for all Americans. She will be sorely missed not only by our family but by the many people who have better mental health care and access to resources for caregiving today." The former First Lady was born Eleanor Rosalynn Smith in August 1927, in Plains, a small rural town of fewer than 600 people where her husband was also born and raised. She was a fiercely loyal ally throughout his political career, both in the White House and during his years as a respected international diplomat after his single term in office ended in 1981. But she also forged her own identity for her mental health advocacy and as a social justice activist. She founded the Rosalynn Carter Institute for Caregivers in 1987, and remained active in the organization into her later years. The Carter Center, a human rights nonprofit founded by the couple, paid tribute to her work in its statement earlier this year announcing her dementia diagnosis. Mrs. Carter has been the nation's leading mental health advocate for much of her life. "We recognize, as she did more than half a century ago, that stigma is often a barrier that keeps individuals and their families from seeking and getting much-needed support," it said. "We hope sharing our family's news will increase important conversations at kitchen tables and in doctors' offices around the country." First Lady Jill Biden on Sunday paid tribute to Carter during an event in Virginia. Joe Biden said the former First Lady had integrity. Before departing the event in Norfolk, Virginia, the U.S. President said, "The Carters are an incredible family because they brought so much grace to the office."